let's get this cleaned up a little bit, make some room. We can start ripping. All right, let's start with, actually, give me 1 second. All right, there we go. All right, we'll start with baseball. $1981 Topps. That in-between year when they went from wax to cello, but they left the gum in. All right. Got Stan Javier. Hey, Barry Bonds. We're off to a good start. First pack, Barry Bonds. Moises Alou. Paul O'Neill. Yeah, Paul O'Neill's good. Put him up. Colby Ward. Kevin Remier. Gary Gaetti. Sweepstakes card we did not win. Eddie Murray. Jim Leyritz. Glenn Allen Hill. Bob Patterson. Jim Neidlinger. Mike Felder. Dwight Evans. And Rodney McRae. All right, that wasn't too bad of a pack. Let's stick with baseball. We'll try Bowman. 1990. And there is more gum. Give me 5 likes and I'll eat the gum. Every 5 likes, I'll eat a stick of gum. How's that? Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. We're ripping just random packs of cards today. Just kind of clearing up some space. Tom Bernansky, Scott Hammond, Rafael Palmeiro. Got Andres Galarraga right behind him. And Mark Grace. Most hits in the 90s. Sorry, Paul. Got Joe Oliver, Vince Coleman. This ain't a bad pack either. Is that Brett Saberhagen on the sweepstakes card? Steve Ontiveros, Sid Fernandez, Joe Cotta, and Gary Cotta. Oh, we ran out of stands. Sorry, Galarraga. Steve Avery. Wow. This is a heck of a pack. Randy Myers, Andy Bennis. All right, don't forget, go on, double tap that screen. Let's get some thumbs. Every 5 likes, I'm going to eat a stick of gum. Go 1989 Topps baseball. Do a football pack after this. There's more gum. Come on. That does not look good. I won't eat that one. My health has to come first, guys. Here. Company store card. Got Todd Stottlemyre. Billy Ripken. No naughty words on that card. Nelson Santovenia. Dave Henderson. Andres Thomas. Mike Scott. Charlie Leibrandt. Terry Clark. Luis Medina. Julio Franco. Bruce Hurst, Devon White, Bob Ojeda, Frank DePino, and Craig Worthington got the gum. All right, football. Yeah, we'll do 1990 Fleer. I'm looking for the Jim Harbaugh out of this. I have all the other Bears players from this set. I just need the Jim Harbaugh. We ripped a whole box of this stuff a couple weeks ago. That was the only Bear I was missing. Kevin Fagan, John Grimsley, Daryl Green, Lee Johnson, Steve Atwater, Martin Bayless, he has no bays, Jack Trudeau, Gary Hodgeboom, there goes the boom, Roland James, Bob Gagliano, Bill Bates, Eric McMillan, Travis McNeil, Tony Casillas, and Gary Zimmerman will end the pack. Let's go one more football. I got 1991 Top Stadium Club. How many cards do I have? Way too many. Or not enough. I'm starting to amass quite the collection of unopened boxes of cards. And I have more coming just about every day. Brett Favre rookie is in this series. Let's see if it's in this pack. Hey Drake, how's it going? Trey, I open mostly junk wax era packs. Mostly baseball. I do try to put some football in, and basketball and hockey. Basketball, man, is even the junk wax era basketball stuff is getting expensive. Travis McNeil again, Eric Metcalf, Kevin Ross. Every so often I try to do like some non-sports, like comic cards or movie cards. Doug Waddell, Rob Thomas, Matchbox 20, Shane Conlon, Mike Babb, Ken Clark, Brian Mitchell, got Bruce Armstrong, and Ickey Woods is going to end the pack. I like on the back they have the picture of their rookie card, so you know what to be looking for. That was always fun. Ickey Woods with the Ickey Shuffle. Where were you traveling? Stick with the football. I got 1993 Skybox Impact. Looking for the Michael Strahan rookie. Jerome Bettis rookie is also in here. Oh, baseball game. Nice. Which one did you go see? Carl Pickens. Got Kent Hull. Robert Del Pino. Alvin Harper. Barry Sanders. There we go. This would have been nice to have that Impact logo on here. You get one of those per pack. Put up Barry Sanders. Rufus Porter. Jim Everett. Dan Marino. There we go. And here's the Impact logo on a traded card. John Stevens. You only get one of these per pack. Roy Foster. All right, bye, Trey. Tom Carter and Marvin Jones. do a pack of this action-packed football. Looking for these 24-karat gold stamped cards. Certificates for solid gold card. All right, 1992. We could find a Barry Sanders or an Emmitt Smith. Reggie White, Troy Aikman. Come on, man. Got Rob Moore. You really should rob less and you'll stay out of jail. Rodney Holman. Tony Bennett. Not the singer. Chris Dishman. I'm going to end with Bart Oates. We don't have Hall, just Oates. Oh, let's go 1990 baseball, upper deck. Find a second-year Ken Griffey Jr. Starting off with a BJ. Erlen, good. Thanks for the comments, man. I really appreciate the interaction with the videos. BJ, we got the Toronto Blue Jays checklist with George Bell, Scott Service, John Orton, Tim Leary. Hey, we got a George Brett. Nice. Put him in front of Icky. Ron Oster. Got a New York Yankees hologram sticker. There you go. That's cool. Bob Boone, Glenn Davis, Hensley Mullins, Jim Corsi, Jim Presley, John Cangelosi, Jesse Barfield. We're going to end with Juan Berenger. All right. There's a lot of names you haven't heard for a long time because, you know, it's been 40 years. 1992 Fleer. I'm going to find some of these Provisions art cards. Those are always cool. Excuse me. All right, Russ, Stop Looking at Me, Swan. Scott Fletcher. Dave Winfield. And Dave Winfield. Jim Corsi. Dan Gladden. Bryn Smith. Cal Eldred. Got Dwayne Ward. Dave Stewart. Good one there. Jim Gott. Willie Randolph. Doug Drabeck, Mark Wohlers, Greg Olson, Albert Bell, and Kevin Mitchell ends the pack. You end up selling the cards, you just collect them. There are some cards that I collect that I will, I'll PC a lot of the good rookies until I have a couple of them, and then I'll start reselling those. I will PC just about any Frank Thomas or Bo Jackson or Walter Payton card. Anthony, what's up? You did catch me this time. Here we go, 1988 score. Yeah, PC personal collection. Mike Boddicker. Look at the damage on that. Alan Ashby. Rick Honeycutt. There we go. Robin Yount. Excellent card. Mark McLemore. Gary Ward. Great Moments in Baseball, 1969. Terry McGriff. Mark Sullivan. Barry Lyons. Mike Young. Jeff Kunkel. Gerald Young. Greg Booker. Charlie Moore. Rookies here. Sean Abner. Oh, that's got damage on it. Roberto Kelly. And Jeff Treadway. Someone tread on him. All right. I got a whole stack here. Let's go to 1994 Fleer. Why not? What are we looking for in here? Every card is gold foil stamped, glossy UV coating on both sides, so they stick together really well. Nice. All right, we got Steve Reed, Darren Jackson, Billy Ashley, Jeff Bagwell. There we go. Hubie Brooks. We got, who is this? Raheel Cromier. Kirby Puckett and Chuck Knobloch. Geronimo Pena. Mike Trumbley. Andy Ashby. Hey, we got a checklist. Huzzah. Waste of a card. David Need. Henry Rodriguez. Looks like we got an insert back here. Got Mark Williamson. And National League batting crown goes to Andres Galarraga. Okay. Well, let's see here. What are we going to do? Here, 1993 O-Pee-Chee. There's only 8 cards. They're Canadian. There we go. Kirby Puckett right on top. Star Performers. We got Ellis Burks, Tim Salmon, Carlos Garcia, Dave Martinez, Tim Salmon, Dave Need, Kent Bottenfeld, and Ellis Burks. Wow, we got, seriously? 2 Ellis Burks and 2 Tim Salmons in the same stinking pack. Got 2 pair. 2 pair, and we all lose. Oh, all right. Let's get back to football. 93 Impact. Still haven't found that Michael Strahan rookie. I think I got one Jerome Bettis. I haven't gotten the Strahan yet. Jared Bunch. Haywood Jeffries. Chris Carter. Put up Chris Carter. Not on top of Barry, though. No. Right there. Troy Vincent. Anthony Morgan. Eric Dickerson. Courtney Hawkins. Keith Byers. We got Eddie Brown impact card. Demetrius Dubose, rookie. Brad Hopkins, rookie. And a Willie Davis. All right. Still looking for that Michael Strahan rookie card out of that set. I'm about halfway through the box, so I'm not worried. I'll get it eventually. Let's try a 1995 Fleer update. Find Diamond Tribute insert cards. Only in regular packs, and it's a good thing this thing's labeled a regular pack. Got 10 Diamond Tribute cards, 20 headliners, 10 rookie updates, 9 soaring stars. We got a headliners, Albert Bell. That's pretty cool. We got Norm Charlton. Dan Plesac. Ken Hill. These are pretty cool cards. Bob Tewksbury. I mean, the front's a little busy, but it's at least interesting. Here's the back. Got a nice picture. We got Greg Jeffries. There we go. Started his career back in '88 with the Mets. He was a big prospect. Terry Bradshaw? Okay. Jeff Russell. It's the wrong Terry Bradshaw. James Baldwin. Who is this? Mark Whitten. Steve Sparks. And we're going to end with Dwayne Ward. Those are interesting cards. The name isn't always in the same spot. That was tough to read. All right. Let's go back to football. Let's find that Brett rookie. 1991 Topps Stadium Club. There's only one series, so he's in here. He's in the set. Do a little. I got to be a card refractor. Crack those cards. Club membership. We got Ricky Prohl. Hartley Dykes. John Stevens. Dennis Bird. Pepper Johnson. Courtney Hall. Marcus Allen, there we go. Finally. Don Moosebar. Chris Miller. Shane Conlon. Mike Babb and Ken Clark. Yeah, we've had this pack already. Let's stick with football. We'll clear the last action-packed out of here. I'll tell you what, we get to 10 likes. I've got that 1987 Topps football wax pack. Randall Cunningham, rookie. Jerry Rice, second year. Joe Montana could be in there. There's Walter Payton could be in there. We got to get to 10 likes, and I'll rip it. And 5 likes, I'll chomp on some gum. Let's go. We got Christian Okoye, Eric Metcalf, Ray Childress, Greg Townsend, got Floyd Turner. We're going to end with Gerald Williams. The backs kind of look like a credit card, like you got to sign here. All right. That pack did not go well. All right, come on. One more like, and I'm going to chomp some gum. We'll stick with football. 1990 Score Series 2. These will have some interesting inserts in here. Wes Hopkins, Mike Saxon, Jeff Bryant, Darren Comeau, Brent Williams, Johnny Meads. Here's a Steve Largent record breaker. See, Andre Reed, Rocket Man. Nice. Carl Mecklenburg, All-Pro. Troy Benson, John Grimsley, Winston Moss, Andre Collins, Jesse Anderson, Tony Casillas, and Derek Thomas. There we go. Why only 2? Those action pack cards are so cool. If I had the budget for it when I was a kid, I would have been buying them every time I went out to the card shop. We got 1991 Upper Deck Find the Hank High Series. So let's see if we can find that Hank Aaron autograph. Oh, that's right. These have the full-size stickers. Cincinnati Reds. Jack Howell starts off the pack. Joe Solarski. Checklist. Huzzah. Steve Olin. Barry Jones. Lenny Harris. Jose Mesa. Mickey Tettleton. Got Blackjack McDowell. Sean Abner. Kevin Brown. Devon White. There's Kirby Puckett. This is the card here. I saw, I forget if it was a Facebook Marketplace post or an eBay post where like, oh, it's an error because they have his birth year wrong or something like that. And they wanted like 10 grand for it or something. Glenn Davis, ending with Pascual Perez. And let's go back 91 tops. All right, we just need one more like, and I will eat some gum. That one looks pretty good, too. So let's go just double tap that screen. Just one more person needs to double tap that screen. And you will hear me crunching into that gum. Joe Oliver. Henry Cotto. Checklist, huzzah. Tim Burtstas. Mike Stanton. Neil Heaton. Carmelo Martinez. Did we win the sweepstakes? No, we didn't. Mike Greenwell. Eddie Whitson. Benny Santiago. Put up Benny. David Segui. Charlie Hayes. Kent Anderson. Mark Carrion, and Kevin Moss. All right, let's get 1993 Donruss a try. Let's give him a try here. Looking for that Mike Piazza rated rookie. John Keeley, Bob Tewksbury, Kevin Kozlowski, Craig Shipley, Raphael Bornagal. We got a checklist. Huzzah. Wow, we have so many checklists just from today. Waste of cards. Victor Cole, Scott Servais, Rex Hudler, Dave Hollins. We got some Oral Hershiser. Put him in center. He fits right in between there. That's cool. We really have a second checklist in the pack. Is it the same checklist? No, it's not. Steve Reed rated rookie and a Rafael Palmeiro to end the pack. Two checklists. How about many ice hockey packs, some basketball packs, and many baseball packs? 2 packs of football. I mean, I don't know. Football's not for everybody. I mean, I guess. I mean, I started with football in 1986. Did that for 3 years, and then I switched to baseball because that's when I started playing baseball. But I never did hockey at all. I think only when I was like just buying random packs would I have bought any hockey. So maybe not until the early 2000s. Mike Harkey rhymes with Karki. Hey, there's another Barry Bonds. Excellent. Alan Trammell. Put up Alan Trammell. Kelly Gruber. Scott Service with nice wax stain. Jeff Russell. Leo Gomez. That, I believe, is Nolan Ryan on the Rangers on the promo card. We'll put up Nolan. Jim Presley. Todd Benzinger. Mike Rockford. Andre Dawson, the Hawk. There we go. Pedro Guerrero. Kevin Tampany. Mark Williamson. Okay. Okay, let's look for more provisions. 1992 Fleer. Oh, right on the top there, Darryl Strawberry. Very good. Paul Molitor and Brett Butler. Yeah, I'll put them up. Chris Crone. Denny Nagel. Omar Oliveras. Scott Bales. Steve Finley. Steve Searcy. Gary Varsho. Bernie Williams. Greg Harris. Joe Hesketh. Jeff Reed, Rich Gedman, Frank Castillo, Brooke Jacoby, and Darren Lewis. Yep. Should have just taken the whole pack and flushed it down the toilet. Nineteen 1989 score. No Griffey in this one, though. Griffey was in the update. I don't know if the Randy Johnson was in the update, too, or not. We got Dan Gladden, Ken Williams, Nick Esaski, Kelly Gruber, Mike Marshall, Andy Van Slyke's all right. We'll put him up. A Year to Remember, 1982. Dave Righetti, Bruce Ruffin, Dave Magadan, Tim Leary, Sean Abner, John Smiley, Joaquin Andahar, Chad Kruder, Dwight Smith. We're going to end with Greg Jeffries. Second-year card there. All right. So it's not so big with your football. And the 1992 is nearly nothing about it here. Yeah. Yeah, football, American football. I mean, now the NFL is going to play games like one of our regular season games in Europe at least once or twice a year, I think. I think in 1990, 1991, the NFL tried that World League. I don't remember how. I mean, it's not around anymore. So that's how it turned out. So it must not have been all that popular. Guess if you're a card collector and there's nothing to choose from, you just, if there isn't what you want, you just get what you can. All right, here's the company store card. I'd love to have one of those sweaters now. Mickey Hatcher, Luis Polonia, Mitch Williams, Calvin Schiraldi, Mike Henneman, B.J. Surhoff. Cecil Fielder's pretty good. We'll put him right there in the back. Actually, that looks like a very well-centered card, too. I'll have to take a look at that when we're done. Jim Sundberg, Sparky Anderson, Mike Witt, Mark Thurman. Here's Wade Boggs on the All-Star card. Dan Quisenberry, Kelly Downs. We're going to end with Kenny Williams. He got the gum. All right, just one more like and I will chow down on that gum. Just one more like, I will shove all of that in my mouth. There we go. We got 5. And we got 4 pieces here. They don't look too bad. So there's 2 tops. And these are 2 Bowman. So here we go. We'll do the tops first. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Yeah. Oh. The Bowman is chewy. Oh. The Bowman pieces were chewy. That was weird. All right. Yeah. Not. $19.90 Upper Deck. You know, from now on, I'm going to avoid tops. No one else has gum. No, I'm not going to eat a sticker. There we go. Terry Mulholland. Rob Ducey. Jeff Brantley. Bip Roberts. Well, Erland, how about now? Like, are there sports card shops in Norway now? because that might be a soft spot in the market. I might want to move to Norway and bring all my cards with me. Open up shop. There we go, Dale Murphy. And it's not a reverse negative. Jay Buhner, another good one. The 1989 Dale Murphy was a reverse, and there was an error card where it was reversed. And it's hard to tell because you really don't notice like the team logo on the hat. It's an A. It's almost reversible without any changes. Got Tom Bernasky. Elaine, thank you very much. I appreciate the views. Here's a sticker, another Cincinnati Reds sticker. Now we have a big one and a little one. Cincinnati Reds. There we go. Tony Fernandez, Candy Maldonado, Lance Parrish, Jack Armstrong, Kevin Blankenship, Greg Minton, and we have another Dale Murphy. I keep pulling two of the same card in packs. That's the third pack today that I've pulled two. Oh, I gotta get that gum taste out of my mouth. It's gross. Let's finish off the upper decks. We got 1991, Find the Hank. Wouldn't that be awesome if I pulled the Hank Aaron autograph? There's like 5 people in here right now. Only 6 people, including myself, in the whole world could say that they saw me pull the Hank Aaron autograph. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think it's the autographed one. It's not. All right. Well, anyway, we got a Brave sticker. And here is 1970 3,000th hit for Hank. There we go. Dave Spaghetti. Number 1 star rookie checklist. It's like 8 checklists today. Alfredo Griffin, Wally Backman, Jeff Manto, Dave Smith, Mike Perez. Here we go, Paul Molitor. Jeff M. Robinson. Sean Bosky. Eric King. Hey, Bo Jackson. There's a nice card. Put him in the center, right in the back there. Gary Carter. Late career card for Gary. And Jim Acker. Nice. All right. Where can we order the big packages of cards? Big package, like a whole box? So here's what I do. Let me fix my camera real quick. There's Facebook groups that you can join where someone will come on and offer a whole box of the same card. Like you can buy a whole box of 1990 Upper Deck. There's also sometimes where people will put together a large group of different packs from different years, different sports. All right, what do we got? This is all we got left for today. We're down to 6 packs left. Let's go straight down from the top here. You can also go on eBay. eBay is a good source. If all you want to do is rip, just go find a cheap box, man. They're all over the place. These things were so overproduced back in the late 80s, early 90s. I mean, some of these boxes are still just, $18 or $20 plus shipping. And if all you want to do is rip it and have fun, especially if you got kids. Like, I have so many packs, I'm planning on giving them out at Halloween. No candy, just sports card packs. Steve Berline, Paul Gruber, Michael Walter, Hardy Nickerson, Andre Tippett, Randy Grimes. There's a Jerry Gray All-Pro. Rod Woodson All-Pro. We'll put up that one. And Anthony Munoz. We'll put up Anthony Munoz, too. Norm Johnson. Eric Martin. Mark Super Duper. Alton Montgomery, rookie. Anthony Johnson, rookie. And a Fred Washington. Mike Webster ends the pack. All right. So you want the late 80s and early 90s packs. Well, you're in luck because you could probably go to a local card show and someone would be happy to sell them to you for like 50 cents a pack. And the more you buy, the cheaper it'll be. Like if you're near a big city, even a mid-sized city, there's got to be a card shop near you. Probably at least a monthly card show. They're not exactly a secret, but it's not exactly easy to find. They don't, like without newspapers these days, that's how I used to find out where all the card shops were and all of the card shows. Ad in the newspaper, like listings in the back of the Beckett Monthly magazine. Tippett is a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I don't care. I do, but I don't. Here. And everyone likes Mark Super Duper too. Here's Andre Tippett. Here you go. Hall of Famer. I don't really know that much about football. Like to know who all the 80s and 90s players are in the Hall of Fame. Unless they're like a really big superstar, I wouldn't know. I'm sure Andre Tippett was talked about like in broadcasts around on the league, but I mean, he's New England Patriots. So Alabama, probably like Montgomery, Alabama is probably a big enough city to have at least a monthly card show. And I know that a lot of like the 80s and 90s junk wax stuff is all locked up in somebody's garage or storage unit, mostly in the South. I mean, it's just a matter of population. And when the card market started looking like it wasn't going to be worth anything anymore, at least like somewhere like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, like the bigger cities, they at least had numbers of people that could buy out even at a discount the cards. But like, I find that like in rural areas, if there was ever a card shop in a rural area, in the 80s and 90s, it probably went out of business and all of its inventory is just sitting somewhere right now. Mark Langston, Steve Sachs, Billy Ripken. No, wait a second. There's no bad word on his bat on this card. Nope. Ray Quinones, Jim Gantner. Great moments in baseball history at Ebbets Field. I remember that. I was there. Bill Dawley, Steve Garvey. I was not there. Tommy John, he had surgery, and they named the surgery after him. Ron Karkovice, Greg Gross, Willie Frazier, Bob Denier, Bruce Bochy, Eric King, Vicente Palacios, rookie. Hey, we got a Mike Schmidt highlights. That's nice. We're going to end with a Darnell Coles. do these 1995 Fleer cards again. I like these cards. The front is just a little busy, but I like them overall. Gets a little hard to read the names sometimes, though. I'll show you. Here, here's Kevin Gross. It's foil stamped right there. And then here's Stan Belinda, and it's not foil stamped, and it goes in that direction. Got Charlie Hayes, Esteban Loaiza, Jim Gott. Oh, we got a shiny one here. Jason Berry, Soaring Star. He's got damage all over him. That's a shame. But that's okay, because it's not like it was like a Jeter or Alex Rodriguez. Alan Battle. Scott Cooper. Mickey Tettleton. You got Mike Devereaux. Al Reyes. We're going to end with Chris Sabo. You know, it seems like everybody was on the White Sox. In the late 80s and early 90s, just all the way through the mid-90s. Everyone, if you were any kind of a halfway decent player, at some point you ended up on the White Sox. All right, we got 3 packs left. This one's a 1989 score. I just want to get like a Nolan Ryan out of one of these packs. Can't think of anybody else I would really want. Canseco, McGuire maybe. Glenn Hubbard, Greg Walker, Dave Stewart, Brett Butler, Pat Sheridan, Wallace Johnson, 1944, a year to remember. Joe Orsulak, Bob Boone, Kevin Gross, Dan Pasqua, Ozzie Guillen. I mean, I guess we'll put him up. He did win the White Sox World Series. Jerry Reed, Joe Hesketh, Mark Portugal, Dave Anderson, and Ron Jones rookie. Here's the back. Ghoul, hello, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. We got 2 packs left. I'm going to save the football one for last. We're going to go with 1994 Fleer. Every card is gold foil stamped with UV coating for maximum brickage. We got a good one on the back. I saw that. Mark Lewis. Kirk Reuter. We got Bip Roberts. Tom Prince. Willie McGee. Luis Polonia. He's about to bunt. John Dobson. Alan Trammell and Sweet Lou Whitaker. Who we got here? Mike Magnante. Alvaro Espinoza. Mike Morgan. Jeff DePoto. Jerry DePoto. Sorry to all you Jerry DePoto fans out there. Zane Smith. Bucky. Yeah, Sable was on the Reds for a long time. Kurt Manwaring, and we have a special American flag from the Cubbies. I think it's Mark Grace. No, it's Sandberg. There we go. Ryan Sandberg, All-Star. Excellent. All right, we are going to do one more pack. Football 1990 Fleer. The only one I'm looking for out of this is my Jim Harbaugh. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Jim, how you doing? Ripped a whole box of this. The only card I'm missing from my Bears set is the Jim Harbaugh. I'm hoping that it's in here. If not, I will cry into my pillow later. Tim Manoa, Christian Okoye, Pierce Holt, Ernest Givens. It's not going to be in here. I know these cards. Mark May. There's a Boomer. Get over here, Boomer. Put him up. Mark Jackson. Billy Ray Smith. Got Pat Beach. Vinny Testaverde. Bruce Armstrong. Oh, there's the Jim Harbaugh. Yes. I said it wasn't going to be in here, and that means it is in here. All right, now I've got my complete Bears set. There we go. Hell yeah. Willie Boughton, Ricky Jackson, and Jamie Holland. But no doubt that that Jim Harbaugh makes me more happy than any of the other cards that we've pulled here today. There we go. Jim Harbaugh. Now I have the complete Bears set from the 1990 Fleer series. All right. Guys, that is going to do it for me. Yeah, he did do a little bit for the Bears. Not a lot of it. Not enough. But no, he's a great coach. Decent quarterback. Can't take that away from him. All right. So let's go through what we were able to accomplish today. Really quick here. Let's go stand by stand. We got the Alan Trammell and Sweet Lou Whitaker. Andre Tippett, which I'm told is a Hall of Famer. We got the Hank Aaron 3000th hit Baseball Heroes card. Andy Van Slyke. Darryl Strawberry, notable hitters. We got the Kirby Puckett possible error card worth $10 million bajillion gazillion dollars. Carl Mecklenburg. We got a Chris Carter. Awesome receiver for the Vikings for a while there. Jeff Bagwell. And Albert Bell. George Brett. We got Ickey Woods. Looks like he is about to do the Ickey Shuffle. Dave Henderson. We got Joe Cotta. And Barry Bonds was the first pull that we made in this video, right out of the first pack. We have a Rest in Peace Ryne Sandberg All-Star card from the 1994 Fleer set. That looks so cool with the American flag in the back. It is a very rough cut here down at the bottom. This is a card I'd like to get graded. I'd love to see this in a 10. Steve Garvey. We got a pair of Dales out of one pack. Greg Jeffries, second year into his illustrious career. We got another Barry Bonds from our Bowman pack. Benny Santiago. This one is actually, if you peek, oh, I do have a couple more packs. We'll maybe rip those. If you peek here, that's the 1991 Topps box. It's that same card. We got Derek Thomas, Albert Bell headliners from that 1995 Fleer. Barry Sanders from the 93 Skybox Impact. That's a cool looking card. Vince Coleman. And we got Dwight Evans. Out of that last pack of football, we did pull his Vinny Testaverde. We got a Willie McGee on the Giants, late career card there. Mike Schmidt highlight from the 88 score. Anthony Munoz All-Pro. There's a late career card of Gary Carter. We have the Igniters, Superstars, Paul Molitor and Brett Butler. That is a Nolan Ryan sweepstakes card from Bowman, I keep it just because Nolan Ryan's on the front. Rafael Palmeiro, Steve Largent. There's an Eric Dickerson. Andres Galarraga insert card. Dave Stewart. Gary Carter and Andres Galarraga came out of the same pack. And here's an Eddie Murray, 1991 Topps. We were able to pull another Dave Stewart out of the 89 score. Rod Woodson, Paul Molitor, Wade Boggs All-Star card, Alan Trammell. There's an Andre Reed Rocket Man from that 1990 Score Football Series 2. Greg Jeffries on the Phillies. We got another Kirby Puckett posing with Chuck Knobloch. Dave Winfield and Dave Winfield. So, we got pairs of cards. If I had this many pairs when I played poker, I wouldn't need to open cards for money from you guys. Steve Avery and Rafael Palmeiro, those guys came out of the same pack of Bowman. Steve Avery rookie. Actually does not look too bad. Maybe a little rough cut down on that corner. All right, and off of the last stand here, we got a Boomer Esiason, Ozzie Guillen, Tommy John, Bo Jackson, one of my favorite players. I'll probably just sleeve this one up and put it in my PC. Jay Buhner, Cecil Fielder, Andre Dawson, the Hawk. Read up on the career of Andre Dawson and what he did before he came over to the Cubs. I mean, it's a heartbreaking story, but it makes me disappointed in humanity. But it all turned out for the best. Oral Hershiser, Marcus Allen. We got another Kirby Puckett star performance out of the O-Pee-Chee cards. Robin Yount. I love how the 1988 Score photographers love to get the entire bat on the card, because that's absolutely what you wanted to see. Not the actual player, but all of his equipment too. Dan Marino, Darrell Green, Mark Grace, the 1990 Bowman, and Paul O'Neill. Now, it appears as though I forgot I had these two packs sitting back there. And if I can get two more likes, we'll open up that 1987 Topps Football Wax pack. But you only have until I get through these two packs to do that. So if you're here and you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Let's open up that 87 Topps Football, looking for a second-year Rice or the Randall Cunningham rookie. We got Fred McGriff star performers in the O-Pee-Chee. We got Mike Moore, Grammy Lloyd. I'll go with that. Dave Stewart. All right, we're up to 9 likes. Just one more person. Just double tap that screen. Tim Laker, Milt Thompson, Kevin Seitzer, Randy Knorr. Going to end with Mike Piazza. I believe 1993 is his rookie. That's pretty cool, because we can get the 93 Donruss rated rookie. We'll try and pull that now. And it looks like we're going to have enough likes to open up that 87 Topps Football. This pack didn't cooperate at all. Peel it open like a banana. There we go. All right, Brian Hunter, Stan Javier, Tim Costo, Darren Lewis, Sean Hare, Reggie Williams. We have yet another checklist. I picked all these packs that have checklists in them. Ozzie Guillen, Mike Perez, Hector Villanueva, Rafael Borgnol, John Smoltz, there we go, and Kurt Schilling. And Bip Roberts ends the pack. All right. Not a bad pack. Still need to pull that Piazza rookie, but not a bad pack. As promised, here we go. With 11 likes at the 66th minute, 1987 Topps football wax pack. Looking for Jerry Rice. Looking for that Randall Cunningham rookie. All right, here we go. Gary Fensick on the Bears. Frank Minifield. Mark Lee. Ross Browner. Mike Shepard. Brooks Reddy's Stiff Arm. The Bengals team card. Jay Schrader. That, I don't know if you can, it looks like he's wearing eyeliner. That card is so blurry. That is like quadruple printed. All right, we got Al Toon on the 1,000 Yard Club. We got Andre Reed. Nice. Greg, it said Eagles. I was prepared. Greg Brown. Mark Brown. Randy Wright. Steve Young. There we go. That's a second-year Steve Young. Now with 49ers. We'll put him up. Chris Collinsworth. Isaac Holt. We're going to end with Mike Richardson of the Bears. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to sleeve these up, sort them out, figure out what I want to do with them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I open up 2 Junk Wax era sports card packs every single day. And between Monday and Thursday, I do run a short video featuring different styles of sports card packs. So be sure to check those out. I'm going to go watch some football now and just relax. Have a good time. Thank you for coming out. Oh, yeah, my checklist, like 9 of them. Look at all these. It's horrible. 1, 2, 3. Got 3 of them from 1993 Don Russ. I only opened up 2 packs. 4, 5, 6, 7 checklists. Let's go start a fire. All right, tune in tomorrow, 5 o'clock Central Time for Cellos from the Cellar. And I don't know when I'm going to do my next live, but it'll be soon. Turn on notifications so you know when I'm doing that, and I will see you guys next time.